Alright, so I made a community post telling you guys that I wanted to do a video trying foods that I had never tried before, and I wanted some of your suggestions. You guys suggested things like live squid, raw oysters, Carolina Reaper pepper, like just all of these completely horrible things that I absolutely do not want to eat. So I went through the list and I tried to pick like probably a quarter of the nasty things you guys wanted me to try, a quarter of the things that I know I haven't tried, and then like another, well, I guess there'd be a third, and then like another third of things that I haven't tried that I'm probably gonna end up liking. So that way the whole video is not just me suffering for like 30 minutes, because who wants to watch that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try each thing, and I'll give each one a rating from 1 to 10, and we'll see which ones are good, which ones are bad. So first up, we have a little gas station selection here. And by the way, some of the stuff is probably going to like shock you that I've never tried, because I'm not usually a very adventurous person with food. I kind of like what I like, and I just stick with that. There's also quite a bit of like junk food / like sweets in here, because I'm not real big on spicy food, junk food, or sugar. Naturally, there's going to be quite a bit of that in here. First, we'll start with Nutella. I've never tried Nutella before, and I've definitely not tried Nutella with breadsticks, which is what this is. I didn't even know that was a thing. And I just realized too that it says that it's a hazelnut spread, so I guess Nutella is supposed to have like a nut flavor. To me, this looks like an upgraded version of like what you would take to lunch, what you would take in your lunch as a kid, like with the little breadsticks and then with the cheese, except for now it's Nutella. Oh, that's thick. That's like a peanut butter consistency. That's not bad. That's actually, it's really sweet. I don't know what you would put this on. I think I've seen people use Nutella in place of like peanut butter. It's really just really sweet. So I wouldn't put it in place of peanut butter. Although it is pretty good. That's like a 6.8 out of 10, just because it's so sweet. Next up, we're gonna go with a Mallow Cup. This is a whipped cream. It looks like a knockoff version of a Reese cup, if I'm being honest. It just looks like a Reese cup with a whipped cream center. I didn't even know these existed until I went to the gas station to get stuff for this video. Yeah, this looks just like a cheap knockoff Reese cup. That's just weird. If I had never had a Reese cup before, it probably wouldn't be that bad. But whenever you hold something like this and you bite into it, you expect peanut butter. Anyways, before I got distracted by what I believe was a crackhead screaming outside, whenever you have something like this and you bite into it expecting peanut butter and you get marshmallow, it just kind of like takes away the magic, and it's just not the same. And also, I don't know the price on this, but also assuming that these are the same price as Reese cups, get these out of my face and give me Reese cups. I will choose Reese cups all day long. If you don't have Reese cups and this is your only option, 3.2, but not horrible. Next, Whatchamacallit, that is made with chocolate, peanut flavored crisps, and caramel. Interesting. If I'm gonna go for a candy bar, if I'm in a candy bar type of mood, I'm definitely, obviously I've never had a Whatchamacallit, but I'm definitely more of a Snickers kind of guy. Oh, it's got like a wafer type of center. Now, that's not bad at all. That's actually pretty good. Whenever I saw that it had caramel in it, I was kind of worried that it was going to have too much caramel. It has just the right amount of chocolate, just the right amount of pretty much everything in it. That's a 7.6. That's pretty good. Next up, we have Raspberry Zingers by Hostess. If I'm going for a snack cake, I'm going to go for like a honey bun, maybe like a Swiss roll, something like that. These came in raspberry, and I don't remember any of the other flavors. There was like 3 or 4 different ones, but the raspberry one stuck out. Smells kind of good, to be honest. Okay, so this looks like a, I don't know if you can see it, but it looks just like a miniature Twinkie that's just kind of like dipped in some type of raspberry something. That's what it is. It's just like a miniature Twinkie. That's not very good at all. This just makes me think that, like, is this what they do with all the Twinkies that, like, weren't good enough to be Twinkies? They just roll them around in this, like, weird flavored goo and cover them in coconut and then sell them off as Zingers? Is that what they do with them? Because that's kind of what it tastes like. Like a 2.7. Not very good. Next, we're gonna dive into the spicy chip category. Like I said, I'm not really a fan of spice, so no surprise I haven't had these. We have Doritos, Flamin' Hot Nacho. We have two different types of hot Cheetos. This is the regular Flamin' Hot and then the extra Flamin' Hot. And they both say crunchy. Don't think there's gonna be a difference other than maybe this one's gonna be hotter. And then we have Takis Fuego. I think that's how you say it, Fuego. Hot chili pepper and lime tortilla chips. This one actually interests me more than these. So let's go with this first. That actually doesn't smell too bad. These are kind of weird because it's like a chip that's just been like rolled up instead of like flat, obviously. So that's kind of unique. They're spicy. Not a big fan of that. They're really spicy, actually. But these are actually really good. They're a little bit more spicy than what I would like, but that lime really adds something to them. It actually makes them really good. Like, I actually think, even though I don't like how spicy they are, I could probably sit down and eat these. So these aren't bad. I'm gonna give these are a 6.4. Guess we might as well go ahead and move on to the Cheetos. Let's just start with the regular ones first. They don't smell that great. These kind of have like a, I mean, I'm sure you all know what hot Cheetos look like. They just have this red color, and they honestly just look like a stomach ulcer to me, to be quite honest. They actually didn't have much flavor at all. There's almost literally no flavor at all. Styrofoam with spice. A 1.8 maybe? The spice, they're not that hot, and there's like, they don't have the cheesy flavor that like the normal Cheetos have. They just have spice. Eating styrofoam and spice. Oh, right here on the top it says twice as hot. So I'm going to assume that these are probably just going to be more flavorless styrofoam pieces that are twice as hot. I don't know how well you can see it. They definitely do look like a darker red. I'm assuming that it's the same like hot powder or whatever. There's just more of it, which would make sense. So. Yeah, these are definitely hotter. That's all they are, is hotter. Yeah, they're pretty hot. Both of these are literally just styrofoam pieces that are hot. I'm gonna give these even lower. These are like a 1.2. I don't know why people eat these. These are actually trash. Oh, I don't like spicy stuff. All right, let's go ahead and get this one over with. The Doritos Flamin' Hot Nacho. They smell promising. Same thing, just like some mysterious red powder. These are hot too. I'm literally starting to sweat. They have a little bit of flavor to them, but not really. These are really hot. Just because they have a little bit of flavor, I'll give them like a 2.2, but still not something I would ever eat again. Next up, we have ketchup chips. These are Old Dutch ketchup chips. 7 or 8 of you, I think, that suggested Canadian ketchup chips. Not just regular ketchup chips, specifically Canadian ketchup chips. So, I mean, that's what these are. These are imported from Canada. I don't know what the difference is. I went on Google and was trying to find like what the difference is between Canadian ketchup chips and just regular ketchup chips. I couldn't find anything, but since you guys suggested the Canadian ones, I went with the Canadian ones. That's so weird. The last thing you expect to smell when you open a bag of chips is ketchup. Why is that good? Why is that so good? They have the ketchup flavor down so good. Like, it legitimately tastes like I just took a bottle of ketchup, squirted it onto a chip, and ate it. And it's oddly good. That's crazy. I expected to hate that, but that is going to be a What should that be rated? I think these are an 8.2. These are extremely good. Way better than I expected. Next thing you guys suggested was Ostrich beef jerky. Now, for one, this stuff is expensive. This pack right here is 1.5 ounces for $14. But it looks like there's only like 4 pieces in here. There's literally 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry. 5 pieces of beef jerky for $14. It doesn't have too much of a flavor. It's got kind of like a little bit of a soy saucy type of flavor, but it's not very strong. Like if you went out and bought just like regular Jack Link's beef jerky, you just got the original flavor. Pretty much what it tastes like. It doesn't have any specific flavor. It's just kind of like a bland jerky flavor. And it doesn't really taste any different from beef jerky, except for being like way more expensive. I mean, that's like a 1.7 because it's so expensive and it's no different and nothing special. If someone handed you this for free, I mean, it's good. It's just for the price, it's not worth it. Just get regular beef jerky. Next we have some organic seaweed, premium roasted seaweed. This was another thing. There was a lot of people that wanted me to try this. I didn't even know people ate seaweed. I didn't know that was a thing. Well, that's nice. It comes in like a little plastic container. A sheet of seaweed. It looks like aluminum foil or something. It literally has like no smell. There's no way this is good. No. Why would you eat that? If you somehow went to the bottom of the ocean floor and you got like the most dirty, nasty, fishy sand or something, and then you brought that back up here and then made some type of edible foil out of it, that's what this tastes like. I don't think people really eat this. And if you do eat this, like, what's wrong with you? You need to take some type of like psychological test or something, because this is disgusting. Like, do you eat it with something, or do you just like sit here like a psychopath and just eat seaweed? Because this is nasty. It's so weird how it doesn't have a smell, but it tastes horrible. Definitely will never be trying that again, and I definitely have not been missing out by not trying this before. Next up, we're right back into the spicy stuff, because we all know how much I love spicy stuff. These are hot wasabi green peas. Another thing that I never even knew existed. That's a weird smell. That is not the smell that something has whenever it's about to be good. I don't even know what to compare that to. I thought wasabi was supposed to be hot, or like really spicy, but I guess wasabi is not as spicy as I thought it was supposed to be. Like if you took a bundle of like grass and dehydrated it, and then you like dipped it in a little bit of spice and then decided to like munch on it. That's what it tastes like. Like I would rather sit here and eat a whole bag of these Dorito nacho spicy whatever. But these are just gross. Like why? Now we're getting into the gross stuff. And the stuff that I'm sure that you guys are the most excited for, and I'm just so thrilled to be doing this. Vegemite. I don't know what Vegemite is. I've never had Vegemite, but I have seen videos of people trying Vegemite, and I don't think I've seen a single video where anybody thought that it was good. It says it is a yeast extract. No idea what that means. Oh. Ooh. People eat this stuff? If I covered all this up and I just showed you this and you didn't know what you were looking into, it looks like a tube of grease. Like if anybody has ever like packed wheel bearings or done any type of mechanic work, if you've been around grease, it looks like you're looking down a tube of grease. That's exactly what that looks like. I don't even know what the consistency is like. It's like grease. Literally, it's like grease. All right. I don't even know how to describe what that tastes like. I feel like something negative is going to happen to my body just because I had that in my mouth. It's extremely salty. Take a piece of bread, okay? Leave that bread out until it goes bad and it starts to mold, until it's got like 3 inches of mold on it, okay? Take that moldy bread and then put like 10 pounds of salt on it and then like roll it up like a burrito and then take a bite out of it. That's what that tastes like. I don't believe that people eat this. There's no way that people actually ingest this and enjoy this. There's absolutely no way. You only think it's gross because you didn't put it in this, or you didn't try it this way, or you didn't do this with it. I'm telling you right now, there is absolutely nothing on this earth that this would be good in, or any type of way, or I don't care what you do with it. Anything that touches this stuff is bad. There's no possible way. And this is an Australian thing, apparently. This has to be something that like Australians, they just all keep in their houses. They just all keep this in their houses, and they just tell all these other countries that like, oh yeah, we eat this stuff, but nobody really eats it. It has to be just like a big long like running joke or something. Because nobody, I'm telling you, there's nobody that enjoys this stuff. This stuff is disgusting. I'm gonna put this exactly where it belongs. Right in the trash. From 1 to 10, this is like a negative 476. That's exactly what this is. This next one, I'm very weary of because I don't think it's real. Somebody suggested that they have pineapple and they dip it in chili powder as a snack. And I talked to this person and they swear up and down that this is what they eat as a snack. I don't believe them, but I'm gonna try it and see what it tastes like. Now, pineapple by itself, that's good. Pineapples are awesome. I don't want to disgrace pineapple this way. So let's go ahead and put chili powder on it. There we have our pineapple covered in chili powder. You don't eat that as a snack. Whoever says they eat that as a snack, that is a downright lie. I don't even know how, like, the chili powder and the pineapple, I don't even know how to describe how nasty those two flavors are together. From 1 to 10, this is another, like, negative 350 out of 10. This should be a felony. Like, you should do jail time for disgracing a pineapple like this. I mean, this is horrible. This is just about as bad as it gets. It's not quite as bad as Vegemite, but it's just about as bad as it gets. And I guarantee nobody eats this, not one single person. This was another one that was very highly suggested. Sauerkraut. I don't even know what sauerkraut is, to be honest. Let's see, what is sauerkraut? Cabbage, water, distilled vinegar, so it's like a pickle, salt, preservatives, sodium, natural flavor. I'm so glad they put the natural flavor in there. I'm sure it's gonna be great. So it's pickled cabbage. Really? There we go. It's so bad it doesn't even want me in there. It's just like a pickle. It's literally, it's pickled cabbage. I don't even know what a cabbage is. I can't tell you how excited I am for this. Bony apple teeth. That's horrible. Why? It's literally just like a pickle. Disgusting vinegar flavor that all pickles have. That is what makes them disgusting. It's that same flavor, but it's like the texture of like worms or something. Like if you put like a bunch of dead worms and then like pickled them, that's what it feels like whenever you're eating this. This is like horrible. Negative 750 out of 10. Like what would you even do with this? Oh, it says right here on the front, perfect on hot dogs. I've eaten quite a few hot dogs in my life. This is not something you need on your hot dogs. This absolutely adds nothing to anything. This is like a leech. All this does, if you add this to any type of food, it just leaches all the flavor and all the goodness out of the food and just makes it gross. This is another thing. If you eat this and you enjoy this, you need to go seek out a psychologist ASAP. All right, we have finally reached our last item. Now, this last item, this isn't something that I've never had before. I've had this before, but it's just been a very, very long time since I've had it. If you can't see, it is a bowl of green beans. Let me paint you this picture, right? I'm roughly 5 years old. I'm sitting at the dinner table. I'm eating some green beans, just minding my own business. When all of a sudden, this right here, one of these, somehow ends up in my green beans. And if you don't know what this is a green bean string, not a green bean. So I'm just sitting here eating my green beans. I get choked on a green bean string, almost die, And from that day forward, I swore off green beans. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna try to force a relationship here. If you're gonna try to kill me, then I'll just go away. I don't need you in my life. And to be honest, I don't think that I've really missed out on much, especially from a food that tried to kill me. I'll try it one more time and just see if there's anything over these last however many years that I've missed out on. First of all, let's get that out of the way so I don't die. No. There's nothing here that I'm missing. I'm glad I swore those off. They have absolutely nothing to offer. They're tasteless, they're nasty, and they tried to kill me. So I'll probably swear those off for like another 20-something years. Negative 40,000 out of 10. That's what those green beans get. Disgusting. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, watching me try a bunch of things that I've never tried before, and a lot of like really nasty stuff. If there's anything else that you want to see me try, if you want to see me do this again, leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.